Agnipath fire spreads to Bengal. Protests, in fact, break out in Bengal's Howrah. Those images on your screen of protesters having taken to the streets in Howrah in Bengal. This is just on the outskirts of Kolkata city. Now protesters taking to the streets of Bengal as well. It was Uttar Pradesh, it was Bihar, it was Telangana, the national capital, and now images, as you can see, of protesters out in the streets in Howrah. The police, of course, over there trying to manage the situation and trying to ensure that the situation doesn't get out of control. Remember, Howrah has been, in fact, witnessing incidents of violence very recently over the remarks made by BJP leader Nupur Sharma over profit, and now, of course, these Agneepath protests as well. Indrajit Kundu is now joining me on the phone line. Indrajit, what is the situation on the ground in Howrah right now?
Well, Paulami, early in the morning, there were protesters who were there on the Howrah bridge, and they registered their protest. They wanted to sit on a dharna. However, they have been swiftly removed by the law enforcement agencies and police. Remember, Howrah bridge is a very, very important connection between Kolkata and Howrah, and it's a weekday today. It's on Friday. So therefore, a lot of office goers would be traveling through the Howrah bridge as they try to reach the Howrah station, or they move from the Howrah station into Kolkata for work. So therefore, early in the morning, these protesters, they had blocked the Howrah bridge and they were raising slogans against the central government. This, of course, over the entire situation that's building up across the country over the central government's Agnipath scheme. We have seen the climb down from the central government with a one-year waiver that has now been announced yesterday. However, protesters are adamant. At this point in time, protesters have been removed from the Howrah bridge and traffic is, moving normally on this very, very crucial link between Kolkata and Howrah. Follow me.
Right. Okay. So the situation, Indrajit, you're saying has been contained in Howrah. The protesters have been removed from the Howrah bridge, which is, of course, like you said, a very crucial link between Kolkata and Howrah. And today being a working day, a weekday as well, it would have brought traffic to a halt. But right now, traffic movement is smooth as well. Any such other protests which have been witnessed in the state of Bengal, Indrajit?
Well, Paulami, there has been another protest early this morning in North 24 Parganas, Thakur Nagar, where protesters had blocked the railway service there, the rail track. They sat on the rail track and blocked rail service for some time, about an hour, but that too has been removed by law enforcement agencies. The good part, of course, is that both these protests that took place in Howrah and North 24 Pargana were quickly contained by the police and did not turn violent. So both these protesters, police and law enforcement agencies, as we can see, they're trying to speak to the protesters, explain to them. They are youngsters basically who had taken to the Howrah bridge and they were trying to block the traffic there. Early in the morning, there wasn't much of a traffic which is being witnessed right now. Many of these protesters, in fact, even started exercising on Howrah bridge in a bid to show how prepared they are to join the army, and they were protesting against the central government. But now situation is under control and normal traffic has been restored both in Howrah as well as in Thakur Nagar, where rail services have resumed normally.
Okay. Indrajit Kundu there, of course, reporting from Bengal. Thank you so much for joining us. He's, of course, telling us that the situation is under control in Howrah and in Thakur Nagar in North 24 Parganas as well, where protesters had, in fact, taken to the streets to register their anger over the central government's Agnipath scheme.